All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Just a Fan Podcast is back for another episode, and my soundboard is dead. All right, yeah, man, this thing. Anyway, we're
It's,
back for
it's
another
dead
week.
from overuse.
Yeah, well, no, it's not that. It's something else. But I'll figure it out another day. Anyway, um, as you can see, it's three of us. We're gonna run cover three up in here tonight. Um, we're gonna run cover three cloud, not the regular cover three. We're gonna run cover three cloud, and so I'm the quarter host, Brandon, Coach Williams, the NFL Encyclopedia, the Wildcat quarterback that runs this whole thing. That direction, Pando 316 right, the middle linebacker that can blitz and drop back in Tampa 2 zone, and down below, Stephen White, wide receiver, Morgan State University. Yeah. All right. So, gentlemen, man, out of Cincinnati last night was kind of rough on the football field. Damar Hamlin was tackling T. Higgins, and after both players got up, unfortunately Hamlin went back down, and we no longer had a football game. Eric, let's start with you on the topic.
Well, I was watching it, and I have T. Higgins on one of my fantasy teams, and so T. Higgins makes this catch. I'm like, yeah, go, get my points, because I've already been eliminated from one league, and I was really, really going hoping I could win in my other leagues. I was in the playoffs, and so I see a pretty much regular old tackle, and I watched the guy Damar Hamlin make the tackle, and he jumps up, and the next thing you know, he drops, and I was like, oh my god! Now my first inclination, uh, uh, was, oh man, that looks like a concussion, because based on how we saw
Yeah.
his first concussion. That's a shame that we got to say first concussion. But his first concussion, he got up and he wobbled.
hmm
So, we were kind of thinking, okay, man, this man got a concussion. Dang, boy, it's really getting more prevalent in the league. That was the first reaction. And then when he dropped and was motionless, that's when I was like, okay, hey, man, it's this is something serious. This is not just, not to downplay. I want to be clear. I'm not downplaying concussions.
Right.
But when, you saw this guy, laying there motionless and he just dropped, that was frightening. And I was like, man, something's not right. This is not normal. This is something completely different. And then as we all know, the progression of the night went on, and it was terrifying. It was terrifying. I was on the phone. I'm texting one of my frat brothers who's a nurse practitioner. It's a doctorate of nurse practitioner, and I'm like, hey man, what does this look like? Did you see this? What does that look like to you? And and it was really frightening. And literally you can say that this man's heart stopped for a period of time, and he wasn't with us. They had to bring and again, props and kudos and all all of the you know the compliments to this medical staff that was on hand in this stadium uh,
Mhm.
for bringing this guy back. Bringing this young man back and having him giving him a chance to fight for his life. But I've never seen anything like that ever. I've never seen like that, and I've watched football since I was knee high to a grasshopper, and never seen anything. I was there. I was watching it live. The Theismann leg break. I saw that. All of the concussions. I've seen people get knocked out. I've seen all manner of injuries. But this was something unprecedented.
Yeah, yeah. It was like so I saw the play, and then I went upstairs as he went down. He was on the phone, and then I just noticed that it's been a commercial break for a long time. I'm like, the person I'm on the phone with was like, "Yo, did you see that hit?" I'm like, "What hit?" 'Cause I didn't see. I saw the tackle, but I didn't see him collapse back down, man. And it's just like it's scary when you see something like that because that wasn't a typical injury, or whatever you want to call it. Um, you see, head to head, you see, how people lay down after that. But this one, was different. So you don't know what it was, which is the scariest thing, you know. Because if it's a head to head injury, not downplaying that as well, okay, take him to the tent, evaluate him, do the checks and stuff. But this was something totally different that none of us watching TV really knew what it was initially. So it was like, oh man, I don't know what happened to this guy. Um, yeah, man, I'm glad so he's in critical condition still, but they say his breathing is a whole lot better. Um, which is great to hear, man. Which is great to hear, man.
I
Um,
knew, I knew not to cut you off. I knew how bad it was when you saw the players, his teammates, and their
oh
reaction,
yeah, oh yeah.
and then you saw the Cincinnati Bengal players and their reaction,
hmm
and they were
hmm
distraught. And I was like, okay, this ain't
This is
no,
something.
yeah, man, this not, you know, wow,
hmm
So yeah, it that really got to me when you saw, grown man in tears and just
hmm
distraught. And it's man. So yeah, man, of course we've all said it, prayers up for his family,
hmm
prayers up
Definitely.
for him. Um, but you know, I gotta say I feel a certain type of way about how the league kind of handled it initially. It was like, okay, we're gonna give y'all 5 minutes to get it together. And it's like, no, man, that's my friend down there on the I'm just speaking if I'm a player.
hmm
That's my friend down there fighting for his life. They down there beating on his chest, trying to get his heartbeat back. And you
hmm
want me playing a game, man?
hmm
And then the opposing players were, same mentality. It's like, bro, this man fighting for his life. And no, we going in
Yeah,
the locker room. And kudos to McDermott and Taylor for coming together and saying, "Hey, man, these guys not in the right mindset to do this, man.
yeah. Well,
They
well,
told the league, hey, man, we not doing this, man.
well. They were trying to. He's on defibrillator for like 9 minutes, which means for a fact that his heart had stopped. So it's
Yes,
like, okay, his heart had stopped. I mean, technically, he may have been gone for a minute. He was gone for a second. They brought him back, and it's like, yo, I can't play after this. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't it. This continuous game ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, I'm glad they did the right thing, man. I'm glad, the league rallied around him eventually. By I guess by whatever means they rallied around, like you said, the coaches and the players, man. It's good to see that the good sportsmanship right there for sure, man.
yeah, it gets to past the point. Um, it's past the point of just having good sportsmanship. It's the humanity of it.
hmm
It's like, hey, man, this is, yeah, we opposing teams, but the NFL's a fraternity.
hmm
And it's like these guys, we plague each other, we knock each other around and everything, but
Yeah.
we part of an elite fraternity, and that's our brother down there,
hmm
and it's like, no, man, when we go out there, we hit people. We want them to hurt, but we don't want them to be injured.
Mm-hmm.
And you play ball, Steve. You understand that concept of
Mm-hmm.
being hurt as versus being injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to hit you, let you know I'm there, but I want you to be able to get up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to impose my will, brag about it, but I want you
Yeah,
to be good. I want you to be
right,
okay.
right. And
Yeah.
I can imagine. Can you imagine the mindset of T. Higgins? Because he was the one that made that impact with his chest and hit him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it's man, it was who
Mm-hmm.
but the league is like when our fans are saying right now, it's like, the league should be ashamed for trying to start that game in 5 minutes. Weather delays are longer than 5 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? When there's lightning out there, we delay longer. There's a man on the field getting his chest beat on and getting mouth to mouth resuscitation. And whenever you have to do CPR, that means there is a life in danger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an ACL.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a broken ankle. It's not a broken arm. This man's life was in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And the league, in their infinite insensitivity, is like, hey, we're going to give y'all 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What? No,
Yeah.
sir. And again, I applaud the coaches.
Definitely.
And the players was like, no, we're not doing this. I know we both vying for the 1 seed in the AFC. We
Mm-hmm.
understand all of that, but this man's life is more important than this
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And the NFL made an indirect statement by saying y'all got 5 minutes and saying, hey, this game is more important than this man's life. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I'm not speaking for you two gentlemen, but that's my opinion. That's what they basically were saying.
I don't think they were saying the game is more important than men's life. I think they were still super insensitive, and they were like, okay, well, we're praying for him. Let's keep it going. It's like, nah, we can't keep it going after this. You know, we can't keep it going after this. And then we know some calls are probably made, but the team and the coaches refuse. To carry on with it, man. Rightfully so.
Yeah, that's just like the fact that it took them that long
Mm-hmm.
is kind of what bothered me. Uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it took that long for them to say, oh, okay, I guess we need to go ahead and suspend the game. What? Like, bruh, it's like it's always about the bottom dollar. It's like, and they, in my opinion, again, this is Pando 316 talking. This is not, I'm not speaking for anybody. I'm not speaking for the podcast as a whole. I'm speaking my opinion. It's indicative of how they view the players as property, as assets, and not actual people sometimes. And some people have higher value than others. This man was a 6th round draft pick. They didn't have much of a value. Now, if that had been Tom Brady laying down now, come on now. That have been Tom Brady laying down now. You think
Yeah.
they'd say, we're gonna come back after 5 minutes?
Nope.
Yeah. If that had been let's see, who's a big time star, 1st round draft pick. You can name any of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm
Aaron
just
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Andrew, yep.
Are we coming back to the game in 5 minutes if Aaron Rodgers is laying there fighting for his life?
Nope.
Yeah. So that, and I don't want to get off on my Malcolm X rant, but y'all feel where I'm going?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is kind of, you don't say it, but it's implied. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How they acted. Yeah, we'll get it together. Y'all go and play in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. This man is still on the turf now.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't in the ambulance yet. They still working on this man, and they had the unmitigated gall and audacity to say, "Hey, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all 5 minutes to warm up." Ain't nobody trying to do no stretching and nothing right now.
Right,
That's my
right.
that's my dog right there, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I might have played against him in college, or I might have knew him from the combine. We made friends at the combine, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, even if none of that stuff applies, that's still a human being right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I feel some type of way about how the NFL did handle that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you got people saying, "Oh, I applaud the NFL for canceling the game." How long did it take them?
Like
That's
an
my point.
hour.
And actually, this game is still not really 100% canceled. They just said they're not playing it this week. They still, I think the NFL is probably still trying to figure out what to do with the game.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, they definitely are. They probably have emergency virtual owners meeting as we speak.
Of course they are.
Probably.
Of course, they've been talking all day.
Yeah.
They haven't figured it out yet. I mean, tomorrow's Wednesday. There's, we'll see what they say.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
All
yeah.
right. We have a brawl moment
On a lighter note,
It's
for
lighten
the
the mood some. Yeah.
yeah, lighten the mood a little bit. We have a brawl moment that we haven't done in a couple of weeks. Mm.
that worked. So the Washington Commanders
Commanders head
head
coach
coach.
Ron
Go,
Rivera.
go ahead, Brandy. You got this one.
The Washington Commanders head coach Ron Rivera came out and said that he didn't know that the Commanders would be eliminated if they lost, plus the Green Bay Packers winning, which happened, and now the Commanders are eliminated. Steve, man, you got to talk to me about this, man. How in the world does a head coach not know his own playoff scenario?
But are you surprised? Listen, like Washington has gotten nothing right for the past couple years.
I understand it, but Ron Rivera has been to the playoffs before with the Panthers.
But he's with Washington. That whole culture, they can't get the name right. They done they're facing losses by the set of team right now. He don't want to start the best quarterback for them. Instead, he wants to start Carson Wentz. They threw out this new mascot. Man, I'm not even surprised. That's typical Washington L right there. I know
And
every
the
Washington fan's gonna agree with me.
and
Typical Washington L.
and the Sean Taylor statue.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that
We
looked
can
like
add more. We can
that
add
looked
more
like
onto it.
a mannequin at Mervin's.
We can add more onto it.
Yeah, but they really know
That's
how to
what
score the
Washington.
boots. I think
That's
that was the icing on the cake for the complete dysfunction of the Washington Commanders this year.
That's Washington for you,
Because
man.
there's so many things. There's so many things. You got Dan Snyder, okay,
Mm.
and that's a whole nother story within itself.
Right.
Then you got the whole Carson Wentz Taylor Heineke thing happening. Oh, we gonna go back to Carson Wentz. You sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that?
3 interceptions.
Okay,
Hey,
so
look.
tell me you're not trying to make the playoffs without telling me you're not trying to make the playoffs.
Hey,
Then you got a coach that didn't even know. Oh, I didn't know we eliminated for real.
Now, before Washington fans hop on here, yes, we know there was a couple blown calls a couple weeks ago. That aside, y'all been shooting yourself in the foot by yourselves.
well, of course. I mean, and granted, we will acknowledge that there were a couple blown calls with the Giants game. Yes.
Oh yeah, it was horrible officiating.
Right. You lost to San Francisco, who was a way better team. Okay, even though you benched Tyler Heineke, but to lose to Cleveland, to me, was the icing on the cake. Because you should have known. Well, like I said, you should have known that if you lost this game and Green Bay won, you out.
But it's also how they lost too.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna say this: Carson Wentz to me is more of a punter than a quarterback because he just get that ball to the other team, man.
He does. Arm punting.
Yeah, arm punt. Just here, you can have it. Here, you can have it. Here, I mean, that's what he is. To me, Carson Wentz is no longer a starting quarterback. Matter of fact, I don't even consider him an NFL quarterback. You can send him to arena football, send him to Canadian football. They can have him.
This man threw 3 interceptions, man.
It wasn't just 3 interceptions. It was the way he threw the interception, especially the second two. The first one, all right. The last two, he just threw it and didn't matter to him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Carson Wentz has physical tools, but lacks the moxie. Now, Tyler Heineke is a physically limited quarterback
Right.
but he has the it factor. He has the moxie,
Yes, he
and
does.
they play for him.
Yes.
The
Hmm.
team play for him. They know he ain't great, but they'll rally around him. They don't
And
rally around.
he has heart.
He's got a lot of heart. He got
Oh
a
my
ton of heart.
goodness. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like, okay, this is what you got. You got to go with this. This,
Hmm.
is, but it's kind of like if you're going bear hunting with a 22, you know, as opposed to having a toothpick. If I got a 22 pistol and I'm going bear hunting, you know what? It ain't exactly the best thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's a hell of a lot better than the toothpick. It gives you your best chance. Yo, you got a better chance with that 22 pistol. You might get a lucky shot and hit that grizzly bear in the eye, something like that, than trying to run up on that bear with a toothpick. Talking about, mm. Carson Wentz is that toothpick. Okay? Taylor Heineke is that 22 pistol. Okay? It's like, hey man, he's not Steve. Where'd you go? Somebody was waving some dollars, huh? That's what you with, Steve.
As you were saying.
Okay, all right, because Steve step out a minute and start trying to make it rain in there. Anyway, I'm sorry, I mean ribbing Steve all the time, but
That's all right.
but Taylor Heineke is that 22 pistol. Okay, is it good for hunting bears? No, but does it give you a better chance than that toothpick? Yes. Okay, so and until next year, that's what you got to go with. So the benching of Taylor Heineke was dumb in his first place. Okay, that was dumb. Okay,
Hmm.
because I mean, Taylor Heineke had a bad game against the 49ers. It's the damn 49ers defense.
Hmm.
Tom Brady had a bad game against the 49er defense. So you're gonna use that as a measuring stick to bench this man?
Right.
Like, nah, man, get
Right.
out of here. What
Yeah.
Brady
Now,
had, I want to say Brady had two picks against the Niners, you know.
Hmm.
So it's I'm like that's not an excuse to bench this man.
exactly.
And you're gonna bench him, and your playoff hopes are on the line, and you go back to the guy. Well, excuse me, he was injured. That's how Heineke wound up starting. But we all
He
know
wasn't. No, he
they
wasn't
started
injured.
they started playing. I'm sorry, I didn't use my air quotes. Wentz was injured, and they went to Heineke.
Hmm.
Okay, so but they started playing better football when Heineke was starting.
Hmm.
They started looking like a viable contender. Because I remember somebody named Pando 316 came on here a few weeks ago that said, you know what, I don't want to see the Commanders the way they playing football right now. You had a top 5 defense. You got a great running game. You play really physical. All you need is Heineke to keep the whole things together.
Yep.
Right.
That's it. And now the Redskins are out. The Commanders are out. And you got a coach sitting up here. I know some Commander fans that are like, he got to go.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
They're like,
Yes.
how you
Yes.
don't know you ain't make the how you ain't know you ain't make the play? Man, you gotta go. You the head coach, bro.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
And I
Let me
feel they
hold on.
dream.
Hold on, man. Let me do it. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again.
Yes,
I'm sorry, man. I had to do that again, man.
Yeah, man.
yes.
Yeah.
Because it was that bad, man. It was like, we eliminated. Yes, the Packers won and you lost. You were eliminated today.
You know what? You know what? They look like Kevin McAllister Home Alone 1.
I just and you know what? Even if you don't know all the scenarios, you should at least be cognizant enough to know that you're on the bubble.
Oh yeah. You have to know. Yeah.
Every single game counts. You
Well,
should
so
know that.
someone on staff. I mean, I'm sure this came up in a meeting or something, or a pep talk or whatever, sometime during the week prior to the game. Apparently, it didn't. So I guess no one had a clue.
That's the entire coaching staff, Steve, from your head coach down to your DB's coach.
Hmm.
Ooh, Lord, somebody, yeah, that's dysfunction if there ever was any. I just Wow. Because when I saw the press conference, I was like, wait, what? This man didn't know? Oh, bro, come on, man. Please, that's embarrassing. Do you think the Jay-Z rumors being part of the possible new ownership are true of the Commanders? I don't think so. And
I don't
Steve,
think so
you
either.
want to take this one, Steve?
Yeah, that's my man Keenan right there, my brother right there. I don't to be honest, I don't know where they are as far as talks and selling the team. Um, as far as speculation of the group per se, I've heard if Jeff Bezos wants the team, he can get it. That's what I heard with DC Sports Talk Radio, but I don't know. I don't know.
I- well, let's talk about the numbers here. Remember that discussion we had a while back, Steve,
Yeah,
about
so they're going for north of. They say the talks are starting north of 7 billion with the B, obviously. If Jay Z's part of that group, he'll literally just be a figurehead, image wise, to help the image of the Washington Commanders. But not much more than that. I mean, we're talking about for these team transactions to happen, the majority owner has to have that liquid like it's nothing. And Jay Z doesn't have that.
Nope.
Beyonce, Oprah combined don't have that.
Nope.
Not to count people's pockets, but we're just talking about who has the real money, who doesn't out here. So that's my take on it.
yeah. As much as we would like to see something like that happen, the real issue is that they don't have the liquid assets. Like if you combine their complete net worth, you would barely have the price of the team.
Yeah, and
So
then also for those purchases, you have to have a owner's vote. So that determines who you have in your group as well. So when you make your bid, you're presenting your entire group as well, and the owners have to approve it. That's a fraternity too, the owners. So I don't see that. I don't know, but I wouldn't think so. Just my opinion.
And my question is Dan Snyder really going to sell this team?
hmm,
Is he really?
hmm.
Did he do that just for press, just to get Washington fans happy?
I don't know. It's a good question too.
Hmm.
All right.
So now let's move on to the next topic. This is going to be interesting. Playoff discussions.
Well,
Hmm.
if you
And
don't mind, Brandon, can you pull up that graphic of the current playoff picture?
yes, sir.
Um,
Give me 1 second. Here we go.
and it doesn't matter which one we start with. We start with AFC or NFC.
All right, hold on. All right. Hopefully everybody can see this.
Hmm.
Even our viewers. Um, let me see. Okay, so I may have to. Yeah, I'm not gonna be. All right, so Eric, you got. All right, y'all gonna have to talk to me about going up and going down, okay? Cause I,
Okay.
cause I'm not gonna be able to watch y'all while I'm doing this.
Okay. All right. So, Steve, you want to start with the AFC first, or what do you want to do?
Um, we
'Cause-
can, given yesterday's game, the AFC is completely up in the air as far as the 1, 2, and 3 seed. Um, if we look at Jacksonville, still looking to win their division. It comes down to their game versus Tennessee. Whoever wins that will win the division. Then you have the wild card, you have the Chargers and the Ravens. So again, that's still really up in the air because we don't know what seeding is going to look like. Um,
I,
yesterday's game. Oh, go ahead.
no, I think yeah, because like we know that in any particular order, 1, 2, 3 is going to be Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals.
Oh yeah.
It's the question is what these bubble teams on the back end.
Hmm.
These teams that are in the hunt, they end right now if the season in the day, but there's some teams that are creeping up on them in both conferences.
Hmm.
Uh, like basically, I guess you could say 4 on down, pretty much
Hmm.
in the AFC. seed 4 on down to whoever the
Well,
lowest eligible
well,
team.
yeah. So Eric, really, yes or no? Because yes or no? Because I think 5 and 6 are well, it's not like a lock, but the LA Chargers is number 5, and the Ravens are number 6 from what I'm seeing. So, and the records both are 10 and 6.
Hmm.
Um, it's really, and
Four
so
and seven.
well, Jacksonville, yeah, because they compete with the division title with Tennessee.
Hmm.
And then 7 is New England at 8 and 8.
New
With
England, New England's done, in my opinion. I think they're done.
well, who they play next?
The Bills.
Okay, yeah, okay, well then yeah, you're right. Um, and then the Dolphins is at 8, who's also 8 and 8, and then Pittsburgh is number 9, who's also at 8 and 8.
Now those
So
those are some teams that's big question marks with their games coming up on week 18. The Steelers, the Dolphins. Um, scroll back down up to the top. To the top. I'm sorry. To the top. I mean to the top.
yeah,
You
I'm
to,
going to the top.
okay.
That's the top.
Okay. That way I can't see it. Wait. Okay. Yeah. So the Chargers are going to destroy the Broncos. So they're in.
Yes, yes,
Okay. But you look at these matchups that are happening this week. Like you have the Ravens, they're playing the Bengals.
Hmm.
You know,
ooh,
yeah,
interesting.
you have the Patriots who are playing the Bills. You know, um, now
Who the who the Dolphins play and Steelers play?
the Dolphins play the Jets, so that's still kind of that could
Yeah,
go either way.
Hmm.
The Steelers play the Browns, that could go either way.
Hmm.
goodness.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so those are the teams that are really in question right now. We know that the Raiders have been eliminated. Uh,
Yes,
Hmm.
they're completely out of it. Um, I'm gonna be in trouble for saying that, but
yes, you are.
I'm
Let me
about to get in
see
trouble.
here.
I've been in
Uh huh.
trouble all week.
I know you have.
Yeah, she gonna say
Hmm.
something in a minute. I know
I know.
she she lurking in the. She ain't commenting. She don't like to comment, but she gonna say something in a minute.
See. You know what? You the middle linebacker. She's that heat seeker missile.
Yes,
She
she
gonna
is.
yeah she gonna get you like Jack Tatum.
Yeah, and you had to make a Raider reference, but yeah, but
Hey, she a
you have
Hey, look, she a Raiders fan. What you want me to do?
yeah yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hold that against her.
Uh
But
huh.
but yeah, the
She could be a Rams fan.
oh god, what's a Rams fan? How many times?
Continue, Pando. Continue. Continue.
Okay,
Continue.
but yeah, so the real question is going to be between the Steelers, um, I believe, in my opinion, the
Hmm.
Steelers, and then you have the I don't think that, and I'm kind of I'm tipping my hand and spoiler alert, I'm kind of showing my picks, but Ravens and Bengals, I don't have any belief in that. Uh,
Hmm.
Jags and Titans, I really don't feel like that's a type of game.
Yeah. I mean, we know coming out the AFC
Thank
is
you,
going to
dear.
be the Chiefs, Bills, or Bengals, no matter what.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for not being angry.
Oh,
Thank you,
now,
Boo Mama.
now, now, you all heard teddy bears and flowers.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I do. I do. I do. So, um, yeah, but yeah, some of these games are just gimmies unless they just completely crap the bed. Some of these teams, like the Chargers, I feel like they're in. Um, I feel like um, I feel like the top three are in. I feel like the Chargers are going to get in. I feel like the Patriots are done. I
Hmm.
feel like the Ravens could be done unless they just pull it up. And yes, Marcus Clark, there is a power shift in the AFC North. Like I said before the season started, Marcus Clark, I'm talking to you, Marcus Clark.
Hey,
Yeah,
look. This
don't
off
play with
season.
me.
Hey, look.
Don't come for me unless I call you, Marcus.
This off season is gonna be interesting with Lamar Jackson being a free agent and Roquan Smith is also a free agent.
Yes, sir. Yes, here he is. And
Mm.
I'm gonna see how much the Ravens want to open their
Did
pocketbooks.
you see what? Did you hear what Tiki Barber said?
No, what did
No,
Tiki Barber say?
let's
He
see what
said
Tiki Barber said.
he said he would take Daniel Jones over Lamar Jackson as the quarterback of his franchise.
Ladies and gentlemen, CTE is real.
And he was
CTE is
serious.
real.
This is on video. He's serious. I forget whose show he was on. He was serious.
And see, this is why certain athletes should not be on TV as giving professional opinions because they're homers.
Mm-hmm.
Shady
LaShawn,
McCoy.
He's
LaShawn
also the
McCoy,
same one. He's also the same one who said that Eli Manning would never win because he lacks leadership. It's the same
and
Tiki Barber
and
said
he
that.
and he beat the GOAT twice.
Yeah, but
And
that's
so,
what Tiki Barber said
yeah,
recently.
the guys like that,
Daniel
you just.
Jones over Lamar Jackson. Wow.
I'm gonna tell you what's a major disqualifier for me, and we're kind of getting off topic. We're gonna go to the NFC in a minute, but I'm gonna give this point. If you're a former player and you're on TV supposing to be an analyst, and you still refer to the team that you play on as
Mm-hmm.
we,
Mm-hmm.
you're disqualified from being an objective analyst. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
use the pronoun we.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who do that. I ain't gonna call no names. Brandon already said one.
Shady
But
McCoy.
yeah, but if you refer to the team that you used to play on as we when you're talking about them, now we can do that because we just fans. We ain't played for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But when you play for a team and you go and say we, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
You're right.
Even if you play for my favorite team, I don't take you serious as an analyst. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a homer, and you're gonna say whatever. You're gonna say outlandish, crazy things like what Tiki Barber said. Daniel Jones over Lamar Jackson. Boy, if you don't get your So
Get him.
moving on to the
Get
NFC.
him.
No, I'm gonna leave. He don't even deserve the airplay. Talking about the NFC.
NFC. So
Number
number
one
one
seed is still up for grabs.
is Philadelphia, and San Francisco's right behind them at number 2.
San
If
Francisco just moved to that spot.
so, I guess if Philadelphia loses and San
Mm-hmm.
Francisco win, San Francisco got the number 1 seed.
That's correct, sir. And
And
also the Dallas Cowboys will be the NFC East champions if they win their game.
Philly loses. Correct. Yep.
If they
And the Vikings will stay at
Number
3 if that were the scenario.
right.
Yeah. So the Vikings are a major disappointment this year. I'm not really taking them seriously.
I
I'm not
said
either.
they're the worst team in the playoffs on either side this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But oh boy, look, we have the Green Bay Packers coming up out of nowhere. They destroyed the Vikings this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you have the Lions,
Mm-hmm.
who, again, I'm gonna say this. It's the team I do not want to see personally. I do not want my team to play these guys, even if they come to my backyard, because they are hungry.
Yes.
They are hungry. They're
Yes.
ahead of schedule. And what's scary is they don't really have a lot to lose because
Nope.
they're ahead of schedule.
Yes.
If I take a college class, and all I got to do to graduate to get my master's degree is get a C in this class, and it gets to a point in the semester where I know I can't get no lower than a C.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shooting for that B. Wait a minute, I didn't got a B.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shooting for an A because I can't go no lower. Nobody expected me to pass this class anyway, and they already passed in the class.
Listen,
Nobody
man.
expecting the Lions to be this good.
Listen, because they get in,
They're gonna
they're
wreak
gonna
havoc.
be yeah.
They're going
And
to wreak havoc.
yeah. And I recall saying, but I think the Packers will also. I recall saying it a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. You let Tom Brady get in the playoffs. If you let Aaron Rodgers get in the playoffs, then shake everything up. You still can't bet. I don't care how they've been playing. You still cannot bet against those veteran
No quarterbacks.
greats. Yeah, man. In the playoffs. Now, whoever plays Minnesota first round, looks like it could be the Giants' guaranteed win.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guaranteed win first round, no matter what.
Yeah, because Kirk Cousins is going to Kirk Cousins it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And right now, Christian, I think that's my cousin Christian, Prolific Rambo. Christian, everybody's trying to duck the Niners right now. Let me say this about the 49ers, because I can be objective, unlike some people that who actually report for the 49ers. We are playing with the third string quarterback. who is drafted in the 7th round and is a rookie. The 49ers are playing with house money. What makes them dangerous is because, and I want to make sure everybody can hear this, they're dangerous for the simple fact that if they lose, it's like, hey man, what you expect? We was with our third string quarterback. We proud to get this far. And if we win, it's hey man, we just kicked your tail with a 7th round, 3rd string rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I think in on the defense standpoint, man, San Fran has the best defense. Really, I want to say probably in the NFL, to be completely honest,
We'll take
and
another.
that helps a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She talking.
we'll take another look at what?
At you, your team, your 49ers. That's
How
who.
how you gonna take another look at them when
Because she wants to. She wants a rematch.
you gonna lose again?
Ooh. Like I
I'm
ain't got my
sorry.
soundboard.
Look at
No, no.
Brand.
What was your first comment, sweetheart? It was facts for facts. So here we go. Facts over feelings. You're going to lose again if you play the
Oops.
49ers again.
Uh-oh.
Because actually the 49ers played a horrible game and still managed to pull that win out. Horrible. And they still won. What you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen if they really got their head screwed on straight? Even Nick Bosa came out in his press conference and said we took the Raiders too lightly, and still won the game. Let me tell you something, the Niners crushed the Raiders if they take them seriously. The only reason why the Raiders were able to do what they did is because they didn't take them seriously. Nick Bosa actually said that.
Uh-oh.
No. You can take last second, first second, middle second, second to none. It don't matter. Okay, the Raiders are not on the same level as the 49ers, period. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm taking my fan hat off and I'm saying it as an analyst. Okay, they're not. They're not. And next topic. But talking about the Lions, they're playing with house money. They're dangerous because they ain't got nothing to lose. They're scary. They're scary. The Packers are how you talk now. You talking crickets during the game. I don't need to talk during the game. What the final score say? Okay, now stop. I'm busy now. Y'all ain't no better because y'all.
I'm not saying anything. I'm waiting for y'all. I'm waiting for this to finish. Brandon's the one hyping it up. Brandon's the one instigating.
Yeah, because Brandon's awful. Brandon's awful. He is awful. Brandon, can you scroll up, please, on the playoff picture?
No.
Graphic. Ain't no buttons to be pushed. Talking about it sound like she's pushing buttons. Like, no, she ain't pushing any buttons on me because again, we won the game. 9 in a row. Thank you. So anyway, Brandon, could you stop being the mischievous child for a second?
What?
And move the graphic up.
What did I do?
We still have a show to run.
Eric.
You being messy. I'm trying to do a show here.
Eric, what'd I do?
You're not doing anything. That's what I'm asking you to move the graphic so we can see. All we can see is Lions and Packers on the screen right now.
Eric, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Here you go.
Other way. No, other way.
There you go.
You're looking at the bottom of the screen. Look, move it up.
I got you.
Okay. So in the hunt, we got the Seahawks, who's currently in the seventh seed,
right,
and the Giants, who are in the 6th seed. Okay. The Giants played a really, really good game. What's up, Titus? The Giants played a really good game this past Sunday, but the Giants are. Let me see. Who do they play this week? It took me out. The Giants play the Eagles. That's one of my pick'em games. And we're gonna get off of that when we talk about the picks. I'm not afraid of the Giants in the playoffs for anybody who has a decent defense. That could be the Eagles, which they see this on week 18. They could run into the 49ers, which has a great defense. Dallas has an adequate defense to put them down. They've put them down twice. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so you know,
I appreciate that, Titus.
here's a crazy thing. So uh, a 6 seed in the Giants and a 7 seed in the Seahawks, but the teams that are below them, I'm more afraid of the teams below them if they get in. Does that make
Oh
sense?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course,
Mhm.
because the Giants. Look, I mean, look, I respect the Giants defense. Um, I don't respect the offense. Saquon Barkley's running back, but that's just it. Because Daniel Jones is that quarterback. They have no wide receivers. Okay,
Mhm.
so forget the Giants. The Seahawks. It was a great story. I, you know, I give credit where credit's due. It was a great story, but time's up. Geno Smith is not it. Never was. Um, isn't Kenneth Walker still hurt?
No, he played. He
He,
played.
he played. Okay.
Yeah,
And
he was playing
besides
today.
that, the Seahawks have their kryptonite. They're the 7th seed. They got to go on the road the whole time. They don't have the 12s no more.
Who?
After this week, they no longer have the 12s.
That's true. That's
That's
true.
facts. That's
That
facts.
is true.
Yeah. So that's I'm looking at 4. I'm looking at 5. I'm looking at 8 and 9. Those teams right there could be a threat.
You
Mhm.
said you
Okay.
said you said who for?
4, 5, 8, and 9.
So are you calling the Cowboys a threat?
Well, yeah, they can still be a threat. Even though Dak Prescott is leading the league in interceptions, that offense is still. I'll put it like this: the team that can stop Dallas has to be a team that can play solid defense and
Mhm.
and capitalize on Dak Prescott's boneheaded mistakes. Because he's at a point in his career where he should not be making the type of mistakes that he makes.
That's true.
There's no excuse. Brock Purdy makes those mistakes. Like, okay, he's a rookie. Daniel Jones, he Daniel Jones. I mean, Geno Smith, he's Geno Smith. You
Yeah,
know
this
what I'm
Dak.
saying?
This Dak 6 year. He makes over $200 million in his
And
contract.
he's
Man,
been
he
to a
got.
Pro Bowl.
He got to better than this.
He's been to a couple of Pro Bowls. That
Right.
is inexcusable for him to be leading. He's played less games than all of these guys, with the exception of Brock Purdy, who just started. But he's played less games and has more interceptions.
Mhm.
That is unexcusable. And then Dallas's defense is questionable against the run. Teams who can run the ball well and can grind it down, keep Dak off the field, and then turn him over once he get on the field, can beat Dallas.
Mhm.
But that being said, you got to be completely stupid to not recognize the Cowboys as being a potential threat. So I mean, 4 and 5 are concerned. Buccaneers. Some folks might say, well, the Buccaneers are just not getting it together this week. Well, it's a perfect time to start getting it together. As folks might say, well, the 49ers, they curb stomped the Buccaneers. They didn't have film on Brock Purdy. So
Mhm.
Todd Bowles gets some more film on Brock Purdy. We don't know what would have happened. Okay. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so 4 and 5 can be considered legitimate, and 8 and 9, whichever one gets in. Because I think only one can get in out of 8
Only
and 9.
one.
Yeah,
Only one
only
can
one
get
of them.
in
Yep,
out of
yep.
7, 8, and 9. Yep.
Yeah, so 8 and 9, those
Yeah.
those are some dangerous teams. Now the
Yes, they
Lions have
are.
issues. The Lions have issues with their defense a little bit,
Right.
but Jared Goff has found a home.
Hey,
He has finally found a home where I can do something here. Wait a minute, guys. You got Williamson, the rookie who just started coming on. He just comes out of nowhere off of that knee injury. Looking like he's been playing all year. You know,
Yeah. Now it's. I don't want to cut you off. Now it looks like looking at the schedule. Looks like the Rams win, then they get it no matter what happens.
the
Um,
who?
Not Rams. Sorry, Seahawks. Sorry about that.
I was
okay,
gonna
The
say.
no,
no,
Seahawks play
we've
the
been through
Rams.
dirt on the Rams.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. When they get back in it?
The Seahawks play the Rams at home.
Oh,
I
yeah.
expect them to win that game. They win it. They're in no matter what happens. So unless a crazy upset happens, they're gonna be. It looks like they'll be the number 7 seed.
Yeah,
which would keep Detroit and Green Bay out. Wow.
Yeah, because they win a tie. Let's say if Detroit beats the Packers, and if Seattle wins the tiebreaker because they won the head to head. Now the Packers will need to beat the Lions, of course, and they would need Seattle to lose. That's their only way in. The Packers.
yeah.
But like you said, Seattle's playing the Rams, and the Rams just yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Oh
Now,
That
no,
is
for sure,
true.
for
That is
sure.
true. That is true. They do have to put on the
because
helmets and stuff.
you forgot that Baker Mayfield is selling snake oil to the league right now, and he might sell a gallon jug of snake oil on this Sunday.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. I wouldn't
Uh,
bet on that though.
and then go right back to being complete unwiped ass in next season. So we don't know, but it just Pete Carroll still knows how to coach a little bit. So when you want to look at coaching, I'm taking Pete Carroll over Sean McVay any day. I'm sorry, Sean McVay has kind of been getting away. Sean McVay been kind of getting away with getting away, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
I don't believe in him as being that great of a coach, honestly. They've been playing him up and everything, and it's like,
You know what? You talking about Sean McVay. I don't believe in the position coaches.
that too. It's the Rams. I don't think the Rams have it in them to be the big bad spoilers, to just be, oh, we gonna stop this. We can't get in. Ain't nobody gonna get in on our watch.
Yeah, I don't see them. I don't
I
see
don't
them
see them.
beating
I don't
Seattle
see
at
them
home.
being that
I don't
type
see
of.
that happening at home.
I don't see them doing that. And the Seahawks, they still a little hungry. Even though they depleted, and that offensive line still can't block well.
Hmm.
And if you stifle the running game, you putting Geno Smith out there in space and asking him to win. Uh, I don't believe in that. So against any top 10 defense, I just don't see it. Any top 10 defense in the league, I don't see them doing it. But that's a good way to segue into the picks, because we tip in our hand and kind of
Yeah, we are. So I'm gonna
already.
stop. So I'm gonna kill this. All right, that is it. And then, all right.
because,
So let's go. Pando's picks.
because this is the last week of the regular season, I actually have two Stone Cold locks.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. And the first one is the Chiefs over the Raiders.
oops.
Okay.
She's
And
coming
by the
for you.
way, just FYI, I have not missed on a Stone Cold lock this entire season.
Okay.
I am 17-0 on my Stone Cold locks.
That's what's up, man.
Okay.
Congratulations. Hey, y'all, clap
Yeah.
it up for
That's what's
clap it up
up.
for Pando.
And also, I have been over 500 on every week that I picked. I say it all the time. I'm not always right, but I'm more right than I'm wrong. So,
Hey,
yeah, Chiefs over Raiders. That was real cute, Jared Stidham, but he's still gonna put up some yards because the Chiefs got some question marks about their defense.
yeah, they do.
But if y'all ever seen the movie The Great White Hype,
Hmm.
you remember when the champ got all fat and everything, and,
Hmm.
and then the dude hit him with an overhand right, and he dazed him, and he's like, "You trying to embarrass me on TV?" And then he proceeded to knock him out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Pat Mahomes stuff. He ain't gonna be fat for me now. Like Haagen Dazs.
Okay. So you got the Chiefs over the Raiders.
Yeah. So, give me the Jags over the Titans.
Okay.
The Jags are heating up at the right moment. They starting to get it together. The Titans are very one-dimensional.
Oh yeah, of course. If I'm Jacksonville, I'm lining up 5-3 defense.
And I know some people might say, well, the Jags beat up on the Texans. That's not saying much. The Texans still have a very good defense, and they put up points on the Texans defense like they weren't out there.
Hmm.
So I like the Jags over the Titans.
Okay.
Yeah. So give me the Bengals over the Ravens.
Okay.
There's a power shift in the AFC North, Clark. I said what I said. Some of y'all don't understand that. That's an inside joke. Give me the Bengals over the Ravens. Joe
Okay.
Burrow is doing the damn thing. The defense is playing better. The only Achilles heel is still Eli Apple. But the Ravens don't throw the ball because Greg Roman. Enough because Greg Roman. I like the Steelers over the Browns.
Okay.
Um, I feel like they can pull one out. But hey, stranger things have happened. The Browns
Hmm.
are really not that bad of a team, as bad as that record would indicate. So that could go either way. It's not quite a pick'em game, but you know, I still like the Steelers. Give me the Vikings to bounce back against the Bears because the Bears are just
Okay.
yeah. Twan, you still there, man? Twan is from Chi-Town. He's a Chicago Bears fan. He said, "Watch out for the Bears." I was like, "Watch out for what?" I said that earlier this season, and there it is.
Now they have a chance to get better for next year as long as
Oh
they have
no,
a.
absolutely. I am not
If,
talking
if,
about no.
no, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, they got something kind of build off of on offense.
You got a decent quarterback. You got a decent quarterback. You know, uh, toast apple. Eli Apple. Okay, so yeah, so I got the Vikings over the Bears. I got the Bills over the Pats. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
now,
easy.
now that's easy, but what is going to be my only question is what is going to be the mindset, the state of mind of the Bills?
Hmm.
Okay, so you have to. This might be a bad comparison, and I'm sorry for bringing this up if it's a bad comparison. Go back to 2007 when New England played Baltimore, and the three Miami players' hearts were heavy because of the loss of Sean Taylor, and they wanted to rally against New England as much as possible. Buffalo's going to have to rally um, around Damar Hamlin and play for him.
Now, if they use that, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they use that as a sounding board, they're going to
Hmm.
crush,
Right. Right.
crush New England.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, and we predicted the Bills to win this division anyway,
Yeah.
before the season started.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely.
all right, so this is my first pick'em game. This is the I got the Fins over the Jets. Now, here's the thing. This is an interesting game. You got two former assistant coaches from the same systems. They call plays against each other in San Francisco at practice. Robert Saleh was a defensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel was the offensive coordinator. These guys were calling plays against each other. They know each other inside and out. But I think Miami just has too many weapons. Now, the question is going to be Teddy Bridgewater's finger. That's going to be the issue. Can he throw with that finger, or are they going to have to go with the third string? And if that's the case, then the Jets could win this. Okay. But Miami has so many weapons. They have a 4x1 track team for their skill positions. They're at home. So I gotta lean toward Miami. If you put a gun in my head and ask me to pick, I'm going with Miami, but this could easily
And
the
they're
Jets could
playing
win,
for a playoff spot.
and they're playing for a playoff spot. So we'll just have to see. That's my pick 'em game. But if you ask me, I got the fans winning this, but it could go the other way. Give me the Bucks over the Falcons.
Hmm.
I think the Falcons are spent. They down to their backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Brady and them have already won the division, but I think that the issue is going to be just them trying to prove themselves going into, hey, we are a viable contender.
Now,
So this is kind of a prove it game for the Bucks.
now, in my opinion, if you're wise, you sit Tom Brady at least second half, depending on sit him second half no matter what. You can't improve your playoff spot. You can't go down in your playoff spot.
That
Now,
would that be
if you want to be streaky and be hot, sure, but then you think you're risking injury, whatever. I'm sitting him this game. There's no point to play him.
hey
I
man,
agree. I
you
And
agree.
he's a veteran to where he can take a week off and still come with the focus.
you preach it to the choir. The Niners clinched. They were the first team in the league to clinch their division.
Hmm.
And I'm sitting up here screaming, "Stop running McCaffrey! Sit
Yeah.
McCaffrey down! What the hell?" Because I'm like, as injury prone as we are, I'm
Yeah.
like, because at this point, I'm like, Kyle really needs to go ahead and shut down everybody for the playoffs, even though I know
Yep.
there's a chance we can still win the 1 seed. But,
Hmm.
and I'm getting to that, but the Bucks, there's so many doubters for the Bucks. where it's like, well, we don't think they legitimate. All they got is Tom Brady. Blah, 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 blah. They can't put it together. So they might be trying to make a statement with
Mhm.
this game, and Tom might play the whole game because he's like, we trying to make a statement that we're a viable contender in the NFC playoffs. Don't sleep on us. So is it wise? No, but they could do that. Okay. So next game, I got the Saints over the Panthers.
Mhm.
I think that Saints defense is going to shut in Sam Darnold and them down,
Mhm.
and because the Saints' defense is severely underrated. They are severely underrated. And if they can get their running game going with Kamar and them, and that running game is going, and then the defense does what it does, Taysom Hill runs the ball because he's a tight end and not a quarterback.
He's a football player. He's not even a real tight end. He just plays that position.
Yeah, he's a football player. Okay, I'll go with that. I'll acquiesce to that. But yeah.
Like
So
a back on
I
punt
like
team.
I like the Saints over the Panthers. Oh, give me the Texans over the Colts
Okay.
because if it comes down to just both of them are bad. Okay, let's go ahead and put that out there. Both of them are
Mhm.
bad. But if you wanted the determining factor is going to be coaching,
Yes.
and I trust Lovie Smith way more
Yeah, Jeff
than I trust.
Saturday.
Thank you. There it is. So I got
Really? I'm
yes.
just,
Of course.
I'm just
Oh,
joking.
I was about to say,
Brandon,
Man,
relax,
I was about to get up
relax.
and leave. I was gonna
Eric,
put the computer on click. I'm
Eric,
finna go.
Eric, Eric. I was about to get on him.
Dog,
now, Eric.
dog.
Now, Eric, real quick. I know you got the next. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 games at 3:25 Central on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them teams are playing for the number 1 seed. Can you do those next?
Okay, well, actually, that one of my next games is the Cards and the Niners.
Mm.
The Cardinals are unrecyclable trash. They are wild, untamed trash. Okay, Kyler
Lord
Murray's
have
out.
mercy.
We don't know if Colt McCoy is gonna play. But here's the thing. I still like the Cards to win that game.
Here you go.
No, 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 no.
And
No.
here's why. Here's why. Call me crazy, but here's why. The Cardinals hate the 49ers. This is a divisional game.
So,
They are
I'm just call
done.
you crazy. I'm just call you
so
crazy right
no,
now.
no,
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 wait, no,
no,
listen.
no, no, no,
Let me
no,
finish.
no. You don't finish. No, 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 no. Let me say this: San Francisco is going to get the points they need to get, and then they're going to sit everybody down. That's what they're going to do. Eric, stop the cap.
Eric knows that.
I know.
This,
I actually picked the Niners over the Cards just to
I
get
know,
one.
but you know what?
like he's
Eric,
either trying to hedge his bet or he trolling right now.
yeah.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I got Niners over Cardinals. And if Kyle Shanahan is smart right now, Dre Greenlaw's out with a back. Christian
Ooh.
McCaffrey, they don't think it's serious. Christian McCaffrey has a slight ankle sprain. He's day to day. Aaron Banks, the left guard, he has a knee sprain. He won't be back till week 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Shanahan needs to win this game so he can get that week off and get everybody healthy.
Mhm.
Deebo Samuel is healthy and probably won't play in this game. Elijah Mitchell is back. He probably won't play in this game. They're probably gonna ride Jordan Mason, Todd Davis Price, and they're gonna try to. The big thing is try to win this game and to stay healthy in the process of doing so. So you can be
Definitely.
ready for that first round. Because for all intents in all intents and purposes, San Fran can win this game and still be the 2 seed. And you get all of that for nothing, which takes me to my next thing. Cowboys over Commanders. I don't know if Ron Rivera can find his way to the stadium, let alone coach. I'm just
Hey,
you
hey,
know,
Eric,
you
Eric,
didn't know you was getting eliminated, man. You
Eric,
surprised in the press conference, man.
Eric. Guess what? I can help him get to the stadium.
I don't know. You go help him find his locker so he can change his coaching gear.
He might not. Hey, after Sunday, he might not have a coaching locker or a coaching office.
I just, it's bad. It's bad. This
I'm
game,
available.
I almost made this my stone cold lock because I feel like Dallas gonna go in there and run roughshod over them, and then you're gonna have the rest of Cowboys. Where them boys? Woo! With Carson Wentz starting like they did something, and
Carson Wentz the punter.
they
Hey,
setting themselves up for failure. The
Carson.
one thing, if you
This one of
don't
those
like the
games.
Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboys, if you're a person who does not like the Dallas Cowboys, what you're hoping for is that they blow the Commanders out because that hubris sets in and they think they hot stuff, and that's when they fall apart in the playoffs. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're hoping that the Commanders give Dallas hell so they can have a wake-up call and realize, because this game against the Raiders, I'm using the Niners for an example, that was a wake-up call for San Francisco. Because again, Nick Bosa said, he admitted it, we did not take them seriously, and we almost lost that game. And I think that defense is going to be breathing fire the rest of the playoffs. So if you're a Cowboys fan, you want the Commanders to give you what for. You need to be able to claw tooth and nail to the end of this game to win this game. If the Cowboys win by more than 2 scores against the Commanders, you're in trouble in the playoffs.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen to us being a Cowboys fan is blowing them out and cruising into the playoffs like we've accomplished something. You know, um, I wouldn't even be mad if Dallas lost, to be completely honest.
That would help, actually. That would help. I would be more scared of Dallas if they lost this last game of the regular season going into the playoffs
Absolutely.
than I would if they blew Washington off the field. They blow Washington off the field, I'm like, yeah, y'all done in the first round because they gonna go, yeah, we Dallas, and oh shit, we lost. How did that happen? Because that's usually last year they would a 3 seed. Oh man, we got San Francisco. We gonna beat the hell out of San Francisco because we did this and this and this in the regular season. San Francisco came in and gave them an L in their backyard. So a loss actually for Dallas is probably more of a blessing than anything to get their mind right. Yeah. So moving on. Give me the Sea Chickens over the Lambs.
No, that's enough said. Next.
Okay. There's another pick'em game. I got the Eagles over the Giants. However, the Giants can win this game because Gardner Minshew is not him.
Well, actually, hold on. Whoa. You might want to wait on that because Jalen Hurts, there's a possibility of him playing.
Now, see, if Jalen Hurts plays, it no longer becomes a pick'em. They're going to run roughshod over the Giants. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be really ugly.
Hold on real quick. Titus, the answer right now is no because Dallas is still trying to see if they can do anything to move up.
Seed.
Yeah, try to get that 1 or maybe even the 2 seed, depending on what happens. So
yeah, see that Dallas.
So right now, the answer is no.
Yeah, because Dallas has to win their game, the Eagles have to lose, and San Fran has to lose.
Right.
For them to get the 1 seed.
Right.
So a lot of things has to, not only have they win their game, but a lot of things have to happen. All San Francisco has to do, and the Eagles is San Francisco has to win, the Eagles have to lose. If the Eagles, all the Eagles have to do is win.
Yep.
That's it.
And the problem is, like I said, they all play at the same time.
Right.
So
everybody's like,
right.
You're looking at screens like, yeah. So
like
that's Sunday. Sunday's gonna be really, really, really interesting.
4:25 Eastern, man. I can't wait, dude. I'm be flipping back and forth between Dallas and Philly. I'm like,
if Jalen Hurts plays, cancel Christmas. But I still like the Eagles to win this, even though it's a pick'em game with Gardner Minshew, because I feel like the Eagles defense is gonna bounce back because they got kind of put on blast just recently. So they're gonna play a little bit stronger.
They can't stop the run.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's most of your NFC East teams can't stop the run.
I know that's true.
Wow, all the NFC teams in the playoffs run the ball well.
Yeah. Okay, so next is my getting the cut face first game. For those of y'all who play as the fraternity, I know what getting the cut means. We are not a hazing organization. Anyway,
I don't know what it is.
But the Chargers is my second Stone Cold lock
Okay.
over the Broncos. Because the Chargers say we're not playing with y'all no more. Justin Herbert say y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna put some respect on my name. There's people that still doubting Justin Herbert. He's like, I got all my weapons now. Austin
Hmm.
Eckler's running through people facing out the back of their head. They getting it together. The
Hmm.
defense is starting to get it together. Joey Bosa's back. So watch out. If the Chargers get in, they could cause problems for some of these other teams in the AFC. I didn't say
Yes.
they gonna
Especially,
win, but they gonna make some people sweat.
especially if they got where it's seated now, Jaguars first round.
Yeah, and I can easily see the Chargers winning that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
because man, look, but yeah, this is my other Stone Cold lock. I got the Chargers over the Broncos. This is the getting the cut face first game.
Okay.
Um, this is oh man, last game, the pick'em game, another pick'em game. I got the Packers edging the Lions out,
Absolutely.
but edging them because the Lions could just as easy. They have done stranger things have happened. People have picked against the Lions. I have picked against the Lions, and they've gone in there and won games that they weren't supposed to win.
Well, this is my thing. I I I see the Packers winning that game solely because the league wants Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
So you think it's gonna be some who put you with the
So wait a
zebra?
minute. So wait a minute. 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 You telling me you seeing the Seahawks lose to the Rams then? Because that's how the Packers got to get in. The Seahawks has to lose, and the Packers have to win.
Possibly. Well, it starts with the Packers winning their game too, and I see the Packers winning that game
But the Seahawks
because
gotta lose.
right.
Yeah, and again, the Seahawks could lose.
They could.
The Seahawks could lose to the Rams because again, Baker Mayfield's on his snake oil salesman bit. He got the hat, he's like, come on down and we're gonna get you this and it cures all. And then he gonna get a job with a nice contract next year and stank the place up. And
And
whoever's coming up to sign him is
and the Packers play Sunday night. Seahawks play earlier. If the Seahawks lose that game, we're gonna be in. We're gonna be in for a show Sunday night.
yeah. Aaron Rodgers is gonna turn up. He gonna
Yeah.
turn He's going to turn up. Those receivers are starting to get some maturity. Romeo Dubs, Christian Watson, who
Hmm.
he's starting to become the threat we knew he could be when I studied film on this guy coming out. I'm like, hey, man, he could be a problem. He's just starting to, he could be one of the greats. He had a lot of drops, but that's expected your rookie year. Hell, Jerry Rice had a lot of drops his
Hmm.
rookie season. I'm not saying he's going to be Jerry Rice, but Jerry Rice had a lot of drops his rookie season, and then all of a sudden he just exploded.
Hmm.
So Christian Watson could be that guy. So yeah, but again, the Lions are like, hey man, we ain't got nothing to lose. We just happy to be here. He that dude at the club. He just happy to be out at the club. Hey baby, what's your name? Get out my face. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next one.
Well, no, they do have something to lose.
That's the Lions right now.
They do have something to lose. Again, depending on how the early game goes.
But
Because
the point I'm making about the Lions is that the Lions are nobody's expected them to be
they've
here.
massively overachieved this year.
They have overachieved, just going above and beyond what people
Mhm.
expected. So it's like, hey man, we if we lose, oh well. Hey man,
Hey,
I got to go to the club.
imagine Detroit with another strong offseason, especially a draft, man.
I tell you what, their drafting is getting way better
Yes,
because Aiden
yes.
Hutchinson.
It ain't just A. Hutchinson either. Look, I told you
No,
they got a defensive end who's also a rookie opposite of him. He's growing. You better watch out for him next year.
Mister, the acquisitions they've made and the drafting, Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Mm,
Williamson, Hutchinson, they're drafting well, and Jared Goff seems to be at home in that system.
yes, sir.
So he's playing some of the best football I've seen him play in his career,
Yes,
quite
sir.
frankly.
Hmm.
So yeah, they gonna be a problem. The North, upon Aaron Rodgers' departure from the North or retirement from the North, however he leaves, that division's wide open. That division's gonna be wide open. When we get into the offseason picks and stuff like that, it's gonna be like, I don't know. Literally, we're gonna be saying I don't know because Justin Fields is coming along. They put some pieces around him.
That's what they need. They need to put some peace around him. Get some defensive players.
He can do some things. The Lions have arrived because even if they don't make the playoffs, you can say that they've arrived. When
Steve,
we
why you
have
saying no? What you saying no to? You muted. You
you
muted.
mute Steve.
Justin Fields doesn't throw the ball. He has the league worst for getting the ball out of his hands in the past 25 years. He does not throw NFL throws he should be making. And it's not a reflection of his receivers. He just holds on to it too long.
So
So I got the Lions. I got the Lions. Like Eric said, once it's gonna be wide open, but I think the Lions are gonna have a run.
yeah, because I don't trust Minnesota. So um, I mean, I like Justin Jefferson. I feel sorry for Justin Jefferson.
Hmm.
I really do.
As long as Kirk Cousins though,
Yeah. Well, yeah. As long as Kirk Cousins there, I definitely feel sorry for
but
Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins. If you're a Vikings fan, Kirk Cousins makes you cheer and cringe in the same drive, in the same possession.
Hmm.
Kirk Cousins, and I'm gonna say this, and I've said it before. Kirk Cousins is Jimmy Garoppolo with a stronger arm.
All right.
That's it. But anyway, make sure that you hit like and subscribe. It helps
And
the
thumbs up.
algorithm. Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. We're on every Tuesday night around 8 p.m. You can find us on Spotify.
That's 8 p.m. Central. You got to clarify that.
I'm sorry, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All
I
right.
don't want you
So
confusing nobody.
6 p.m. Pacific. Hey, honey. Okay. So yeah,
That means 4 p.m. Hawaiian. We need some Hawaiian subscribers.
we need subscribers, period. So
Hey, but hey, check this out. We up to I think we're up to like 178 or something like that on YouTube. And our video and our show last week got 91 views.
so that's good. Tell your friends. They don't even have to tune in live. Our shows can be found on YouTube, Spotify. They can listen later, but subscribe.
Google and Apple Podcasts.
Google and Apple Podcasts,
You,
all those platforms.
and we're live on YouTube right now, Twitter and Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Um, yeah. Oh, next week should be interesting discussion because we should have some. I'm assuming two head coaches should be fired, one around here and one not too far away from California. Um, tomorrow they're gonna announce the 15 finalists for the Hall of Fame, and I thought there was one more topic.
And the playoffs gonna be
In the playoffs,
started.
and the playoffs gonna be
Yeah,
started.
man.
So
The playoff picture will be concrete by this
that's
time.
right. That's right.
And
So
the all pro list should be released by then as well, right?
I believe so.
I believe so. All right,
But
so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that was another Just a Fan podcast show. My soundboard is dead. I can't do nothing. So good night.
that's a blessing, actually. That your sound.
You know what?
Is you
You
that's
know, silence.